Hello and welcome to Lit, Laugh, and Lounge.
Where we lit, we laugh, and we lounge a little bit.
We're
almost done with Crescent.
We're literally gonna be done this week. We're so excited. A little surprise for you guys. We're actually doing a double release this week.
Wow. So when you see this, guess what? Episode 11's already up.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
So excited.
Okay,
Sorry.
Mr. Matrix DJ pulling out the ADM.
We're so excited because I literally almost I was trying to trick Haley into letting me read another chapter because for once I finished reading before she did, and so I was like,
I was
hey,
having a gossip session.
what if we did a little
more.
another chapter or a little extra? And she went, yeah, sure. Wait
a minute.
What did you leave on a cliffhanger? And I went, no.
I was like, you tried to get me. I saw right through you.
I almost got you though. You're like, sure. Wait
a moment.
This is suspicious.
This is weird.
Anyways, we did chapters 84. Nope, we did chapters 80 through 89. There we go.
That was the math.
It was really hard.
We've been trying to say the fourth wing thing for...
We're actually insane. We've got it. We've practiced this a few times. Okay, 3, 2, 1. A dragon! A dragon! Okay. A dragon without its rider is a tragedy, and a rider without their dragon is dead. Welcome to the fourth wing!
We're not doing fourth wing.
We're actually doing Avatar next, but you know.
Crazy, goofy movie, grooviness. Yeah. We just were practicing because, yeah,
it's been stuck in my head all day, and neither of us can say it. So.
Nope. That was like our fourth try.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that, I was about to say episode 80, chapter 80. The cat's acting odd. Anyway, chapter 80. What happens? Ethan asks Jessica to ask the Underking to let him see Connor. Goose, I swear to freak. I swear to... Come here. Brief interlude.
No.
Go see your mother, Fab.
Anyway, so chapter 80. Ethan asked Jessica to ask the Underking to let him see Connor. And she's back.
I'm back. It's okay. She doesn't have to read my dyslexia anymore. Okay. And she's like, I'll try, but like you should get your strongest wolves and like get ready to go. And Ethan's like, what? Huh? And she's like, well, there's going to be a fight. And he's like, but that's not my problem. I'm not like the prime or anything. Wait, I'm the prime. So he's like, yeah, he's basically like, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should warn the wolves something. And then him and Pax are going to go to the Eternal City right after he goes and talks to the wolves and to Connor. And then we switch over to Bryce. And Bryce is trying to process sending her parents off to a different dimension without telling them or saying goodbye. Sucks for her.
Damn, sorry, Ember.
Bye. Just sending them off with the thing that made me laugh the most was that they sent Randall off with a rifle. He just brought the rifle with him.
Just immediately like on Reese and Nesta, like, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Don't do it. So that made me giggle. And then she's sitting there trying to like pull herself together. And then Rune calls her and is like, yo, Lydia's sons got taken by Pollux. And she's like, yes, we'll be there immediately. And Hell's armies have arrived to go to the Eternal City. And crazy, goofy movie. And then it's chapter 81. Ethan and Pax get into a cab and they go over to the dock and they're like sitting there. They're like, this is familiar. And they're like giggling and kicking their feet. And then she starts talking about her mommy issues. And she's like, my mom's dead and my girlfriend broke up with me. And Ethan's like, well, my brother's dead. So like, we're the same.
I feel like Hypaxia and Ethan are like in a constant competition to see who can mention either their mother the most or Sunball.
Oh my God.
It's constant.
Add Katara in there and we'll just their mother.
Oh my God. Hypaxia is kind of a Katara.
A little bit. I love that for her.
Oh my gosh. Love to see it.
And then they talk about their problems, and then the ghost boat shows up and they head on over to talk to the Underking. And the Underking is so sassy and he's so annoying. And there's this statue of Erd. And he's like talking about his subjects and his kingdom. And Ethan's like, well, you're not from like where the vampires and the Reapers are from, because they ask about the Reapers and the vampires and why they came over. And the Reapers followed their food because the vampires were like getting eaten and munched on in hell. And they were like, we don't want to do this anymore. So they hopped on over to Midgard. And then the Reapers were like, well, that's our food. Too. I want a hot meal, so I'm going there. And
then they found lots of hot meals on Midgard.
Gourmet. Flavors they didn't even try before.
Better than the vampires. So they said, we ain't leaving.
They said, we staying. Right we staying. And then the Underking's like, but I'm not from hell. I'm better. And then he starts like talking about Erd, and he's like, and it's so rude because they gave her this bastardized name of what she's called in my world, which is Word. And you're like, oh my god! And then Asher Galathinius jumps through the portal in the wall, and you're like, wow, she's here finally. That happened in my dreams.
Yeah, when she lies.
And then Ethan's like, I want to see my brother. And Connor shows up, and he's glowing, and I put hearts next to his name.
We love Connor.
He was only there for 5 chapters, but we missed you, darling.
We loved him. And then, unlike Danica.
Oh, Danica
was always annoying.
I feel like Danica needs to come back. Like she hasn't been very present this novel, you know?
No. She's been very present in the novel, but like very not present as a character.
I feel like she hasn't even like had a big secret revealed in this novel.
Oh.
Like I feel like all of her secrets got wiped out in Sky and Breath. And like she's barely been mentioned except for when Bryce is being sad.
Yeah.
I feel like
there was one more thing that like they found out about her in this book, though. It wasn't very big. It was just, like, they still found it out, though.
I mean, it just kind of, they tied the ribbon together that she was researching, like, the Project Dusk and Project Third or whatever. Third? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, nothing big. So, she needs to come back. Anyway, chapter 82. Connor is talking to, Ethan is talking to Connor, and Connor can't talk. He's like, brother, I miss you. And he's like, mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, Ethan's like ranting, and Connor gives him this little bullet, and Ethan's like, what the fuck is this? What do I
do with this? And
Connor's like gesturing all over the place, and then the Underking's like, time's up. Time to go.
Hope you enjoyed.
And then Ethan goes feral, full, like Elsa, the cold never bothered me anyway, in that one scene when she's in the palace, and she's like doing shit. That was fully what I imagined. There was a blue dress on him and all. And he starts freezing the Underking. Everything turns to ice. And then Hypaxia's just standing there. And Jessica's like, shoot him. And she kills the Underking.
But, like, remember when I was saying how I can't imagine, like, Hunt using his lightning in any way other than, like this? I did the same thing for Ethan where it was like, like just fucking Elsa.
No, he's fully Elsa in my mind. Yeah. He's like doing like the whole dramatic, like Idina Menzel singing in the background.
Yeah.
Like that is what's happening.
Connor's horrified.
Connor is shaking in his boots.
I think he's just scared that he didn't know his brother was a theater kid. I think that's what's making him scared.
That would scare me too. We lost a good one, guys.
Oh god.
But the Underking's dead.
Oh my god, he's the captain of the Sunball team and a theater kid!
Oh my god, he's tri-bowling!
I'm not trying! Get your head in the game! Get your head in the game! Okay. This is gonna be the second time on this podcast where we have a Troy Bolton, like, break.
Oopsie.
Oh god.
I just love you, Troy. The Underking's dead as fuck.
Oh right, the book.
Dead as fuck. Paxia like stabs him and like he shatters in the glass, and then Justin was like, "You're the head now." And
Paxia was like, "What?"
Paxia's like, "What?"
She's like, "You set me up for this.
You did what?
You literally
what?"
did this.
She's like, "Yeah, you killed him, so now you're in charge."
I love how Jasiba does so much, and no one's ever really mad at her.
I love her.
She's
too
funny.
iconic.
I love her. Who do you think would play her in real life in like a movie? No.
I saw this TikTok the other day of this girl like fan casting people from Akatar, and I commented, I was like, okay, but hear me out. I play every character, but I put a towel on my head like the guys used to do in like old TikTok to be girls. I just put on different colored towels. So I can be Reese and Farrah and Tamlin.
Anyway, so for Jasiba, I was thinking Kate Blanchett. She's Hela in Thor.
Oh, see, I was thinking another one of the like really like angular women, but I can't think of her name.
Kate Blanchett.
Okay.
Look up Kate Blanchett. She's amazing.
My phone is currently recording.
Oh, right.
So, no.
Continue.
And then, so basically the dead people, so Hypaxia is like now the head, and then Connor's like trying to talk, and Jessica was just like, tell him to speak. And so she does, and then Connor can speak. Wow, perfect. And Connor's like, we don't have that much time. And he's like, this bullet will encapsulate all of our second light, and we put it in there, and you like give Bryce Godslayer so she can blow up the Asteri. And Ethan's like, but that'll kill you a second time. And he's like, I don't give a fuck. And he steps into this like, are you looking up Kate Blanchett?
You're telling me that wouldn't be the perfect Jasiba? Like she was in.
Yeah. I believe you.
Okay.
I believed you.
Okay.
I know what she looks like.
Oh, okay.
I was just trying to think of another person, but I got stuck on Carly Kloss, but that's not who I was thinking of. Anyway, that's not the point. And Connor's like, I don't care if I die a second time. And Ethan's like, my brother. And then he steps into a gate, and he's like, you do make me proud every day. And tell Bryce to like light it up or something. I don't know.
I don't even remember either. Wait, was it the stupid through love all is possible?
No, that's
something else.
Bryce has her one-liners, but it wasn't that. It was something like, tell Bryce like to make it count or something like that.
Something like that. Which, by the way, like literally, Connor gets granted the power to speak, and like he says, "I'm proud of you." Anyways, can you tell Bryce this? And then runs to his death, his final death,
his second death.
I would be so mad if my like brother, who I've been like dying to see for like the last year, the couple years,
yeah, like 3 years,
just like didn't give a fuck.
He gave zero fucks. He's like, get me in that bullet.
Yeah.
And the bullet says Memento Mori on it because obviously. It's like another one of Sarah's one-liners.
Yeah.
And yeah. Connor's like, take that to Bryce. And Ethan's like, okay. Did I touch you?
Yeah.
Touch my foot. So then Therion and Sathia are walking out of their meeting with the River Queen, and they're like, we fucking did it! Let's go! And the Viper Queen's like, hey.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
How you been?
And she, like, corners them in the alleyway, and she's like, so we have business. And Therion's like, girl. And Sathia's like, Colin?
And everyone's like, who's
Colin?
Do we know a Colin? Is Colin in the room with us?
Colin? God? But Colin's one of,
There was a cat hair on my tongue.
Anyway, Colin's one of, Miss Viper Queen's, like, drugged up Fae guards.
Yeah.
And he's just standing there. And Sathia's like, Colin, come
he's
home.
Like, twitching.
Yeah, he's like, literally going into, like, he's tweaking out, guys.
Yeah.
And Sathia's like, Colin, come home. And Darion's like, girl, you're married to me.
Yeah.
The fuck? And then,
And Therion's also like, yo, what the hell did I do? And the Viper Queen's like, you literally burned my house down. And he's like, I paid my debts. I don't know what
my debts are done. We're good.
I burned your house down. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And so, Colin was a shoddy of Sathia. And then Sathia's dad was like, you guys can't be shoddies. So he sent Colin away. But sending Colin away actually meant that he gave him to the Viper Queen. And then the Viper Queen turned him to his drugged up guard. And then the Viper Queen's like, shoot them or something. Like, she's like getting ready to shoot them. And Colin's gun is like twitching. He's freaking out. He's twitching out. And Sathia's like, don't shoot my husband. I love Sathia. But she's like, don't shoot him. Blah, 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 blah. Colin, don't do it. And Therion is like so in love. He's like, I love this woman.
Yeah.
Like, she's great.
She's
like,
fabulous. Wow. I'm so impressed. He's like not even worried about his life, by the way.
No, not at all. He's like, your debt is with me. And then the Viper Queen's like, nah, it's with both you now. She married into that shit show. And then in like a slow-mo-esque, like badass Avengers scene, fucking Hypaxia and Ethan walk in and they're like, don't touch my friend.
If you want to get to him, you have to go through me.
It's so funny. And then they like show up and the Viper Queen's like, says who? And Hypaxia's like, says the head of House and Flame and Shadow. And Viper Queen's like, oh.
Since when?
And then Ethan's like, and you'll bring down the wrath of the Valerian wolves. And then she's like, oh.
She's like, wait, only the Prime can do that. I'm Prime. Okay.
And then she's like, there's been some reordering. And then she's like, I'll let you live another day. And Hypaxia's like, no, we'll let you live another day. This is a lot better than we're making it sound. I am making it sound so corny.
It was an eensy went corny. Just an eensy weensy bit corny.
But not nearly as bad as I'm making it seem.
Not as bad as the hunt. This isn't you. This isn't you.
Oh my god, that was awful.
Oh lord.
And then the later that through love all is possible. Jumps out of airplane. She's sprouting. And then the Viper Queen walks away. And then they're like, oh, and then they go back to the House of Flame and Shadow. And Sathi is like, it was my ordeal. And Therion's like, what? And she's like, losing Colin was my ordeal. Which is kind of lame.
Very lame. Because
but it's okay.
Why is the hardest thing to happen to her in her entire life losing a man? Ghost.
Yeah, she's so on the loose.
Why does she always stop in the middle though? Like she never just keeps going. Oh, okay.
And now she's trying to eat a light. Anyway, then they're like, let's call up the bros and see where they're going. And Bryce answers, but there's really bad signal because apparently demons cause bad signal. And they got to make their way to the Imperial City with the antidote, but they don't know where they're meeting up. And that's the end of that chapter. And that's the end of 84.
Woohoo! Now it's time for 85. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So we start off, and Bryce and Hunt are recording the little video. It's the little video.
Oh, there's some TV show that this was reminding me of. Maybe it's Hunger Games or something like that. I don't know if it actually happens in the Hunger Games. Or maybe it's like Arrow or something stupid like that I watched a million years ago, where it's like the same thing where they're like recording a video and they're like, we're going to send this out to
No, it's probably the Hunger Games. They definitely did that in the Hunger Games. But, Bryce and Hunt are recording their video, and they're like, what happened in Asphodel Meadows was a tragedy.
It was an atrocity. It will not happen again.
Not under my rule. Yeah, they just kind of go into it.
It was a good speech.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was a good speech. I would have been inspired.
One of the less corny ones in the book. And
I might have taken to the streets.
They
brought a sign.
They put the video of Bryce murdering Micah at the very end, so that way everyone could know that it is possible to kill an archangel, and that like the invincible pedestal that they've put them up on is not real. Is not real.
And I hope they got the part where she vacuumed him up. Like I hope that was also shown.
Funny. Oh my god, I got spoiled for that part in the book, but like didn't really realize what it was because I got the thing where it's like Bryce vacuuming, and I was like, what is they talking about? But anyways, and then so they record the whole video, and then they're like, all right, now we have to just kind of wait, and they're in a safe house that Lydia found for them from Ophion. They're kind of in the room, and they're like, hey, you think we should do it? And then they're like, no, the bed's too creaky. And then they do it anyways. And
Alana had read this before me, and I started it, and I go, you didn't warn me! And she goes, there's another. Die!
Yeah, so it's a pretty long, sexy time. Literally, that's most of my notes for this chapter is their sexy time. Basically, they end their sexy time with realizing they have left a part of each other inside one another, with not, metaphorically, not physically. Or
physically, but like magically physically.
Yeah, who knows at this point? Maybe Bryce is pregnant, and that's what she means. I don't know. I don't think so, though. I really don't think so. But like, she's like, "There's a part of you in me." I'm like, okay. Anyways, 86. We start off with Ethan.
Yeah.
And Ethan is watching Therion. He took the antidote. He made the pipes burst in the House of Flame and Shadow.
That's so funny.
And then Ethan's like, I gotta go talk to the wolves.
Mm-hmm.
And so Ethan,
it is his job.
Yeah, he's literally the prime. So Ethan just kind of like, gets on over there, and he's like, knock, knock, knock. Hey, Perry.
Hey, Perry the platypus.
Working hard or hardly working?
I love Perry. I'm obsessed with him and Perry.
Oh my God.
I want them to kiss, fall in love.
They're so cute. And then Perry's like, hey, I got bad news. And he's like, what? All the wolves left. She went, what? What?
Where? Huh?
So yeah, apparently all the wolves left because there's just a lot of unrest right now and they're a little scared.
A little freaked out,
They're still loyal to Ethan as the prime, but they're just like, hey, we're gonna go be over here for a while.
We're gonna hang out in the woods, actually.
Yeah.
You're not invited.
Yeah.
But we will be in the woods.
Yeah, and so basically, something that is interesting though is Ethan points out that Perry has taken the antidote. And she felt really big and strong and powerful at first, but now she goes back to smelling like an Omega. So it's interesting to see that maybe some people are immune to this antidote, and it won't work on certain people, or only has a much shorter time working on just various people. Or maybe it's just because of the fact she's Omega that she just like can't get more powerful than her.
Or it's hidden.
What?
Her power.
Oh, maybe.
The scent of it.
Oh,
maybe
but it's covered by strawberries.
It's covered by strawberries, right? Right? Or maybe it'll only come out when she meets her person, like her Ethan, because they should get together and fall in love, and then she should become super powerful.
Who knows?
Girl boss.
I don't know. But the chapter ends.
Lady Prime.
Actually, that section ends with Ethan saying that he's going to tell Perry about Second Light and what happens to Second Light. Essentially, that there is no peaceful resting for anybody after.
Yeah.
So yeah. And
if they go to a quiet realm, if they hang out in death, they're chilling, they buried the Prime, because I think in that chapter they buried the Prime.
No, it's the next one.
Yeah. Well, anyway, they bury him, and he's soul can remain in the den, kind of thing.
And then so Therion is gonna go to the Eternal City. And he is packing the thing, but Hypaxia is staying to make more antidotes. So she wants to try and find a way to bind together the antidote without having to use Hunt's Lightning, because Hunt's Lightning is very unstable. And if it gets shaken around too much, it becomes undone. Yeah. And the antidote won't work. So that's unfortunate. So she's going to stay behind. She also is probably feeling very weird and worried about being the new head of house.
Yeah. Head of house, it's fucking Big Brother. Welcome to Big Brother!
Yeah, so Hypaxia is afraid she's going to get voted out, which is very likely. So yeah, but then Therion is worried about Hypaxia, but he's also like, oh shoot, now I got to take my new wife to the Eternal City with me, because there's no way she's going to the Blue Court, and she's not going to go home. Yeah. She can't go to Avalon, it's too out of the way. So then Sathia's like, oh no, Therion's on his way back to Sathia's room, and he gets in there, and she's left a note. She's gone. And her note basically says, I can't leave Colin in her clutches. I'm going to go save him. Thank you for helping me.
Okay, but what is she going to do?
Literally. She got
Did she even take the antidote?
No, she just has little vines and witchy powers, and that's it.
What is she going to do? What is she going to do?
I don't know.
She going to pay him? She going to pay the Viper Queen?
You know how many people tried to take on the Viper Queen? And
At least 3. I can think of 3 off the top of my head.
Yeah, so Sathia's gone. And Therion's like, you know what? Good for her. She's going. She's fighting for whatever. But then he's also like, I can't stop thinking about her. Yeah, Therion is going crazy. Honestly, I relate so much to Therion, because I'm like, I feel like I make the worst decisions. I get attached to people quickly, and then I freak the fuck out when they're gone. So
I'm Ethan, because I'm constantly thinking about Sunball. Obviously.
What is it?
The vibe we bring to the function.
Ethan and Therion. Hey guys,
what's up? Bad decision makers.
Yeah. Anyways, we are back with Rune now.
Rune Denon, Crown Prince of the Valvaran Fae.
Anyways, so Rune is like, Ayo, so proud of my big sister, my little sister. she filmed a little video, and now she's gonna take on the Asteria. She's so big.
She's so good. She's so good.
Her. And then he's like, "Hey Lydia, what's up? Oh, your sons are gone down."
No, Elle in the chat.
I love that we can't envision it any other way than a frat boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Lydia is just kind of freaked out because she's worried about her sons and all that. And then
Girl is unraveling.
Yeah.
Which, fair. She's unraveling though.
And then Rune's like, "What do you need?" And she's like, "I need you." And so now they have their sexy time. And so it's honestly though, it feels more like goodbye sex because they're kind of doing the whole like, "I'm so happy I have you" thing. I really thank you for coming into my life.
Love you.
Anyway, so it definitely feels like they're saying goodbye in a way, which is like
a little wacky.
It's a little alarming. So a wee bit alarming. We're scared for Rune.
Rune. Because Baxian's like back on Avalon. He can't die on Avalon. I mean, he could, but like it'd be stupid.
He'll definitely show up. I think he's gonna show up.
Yeah, he's gonna be like leave his post and be like,
"Yeah,
rah, it's Baxian time."
But yeah, and then the chapter ends with Lydia just kind of lying awake because it's hard for her to sleep when her children are probably dying.
Yeah.
And
it happens to the best of us.
You know, Pollux takes them all.
Yeah, that's what happens.
We all got a Pollux in our life.
And children. Apparently.
Oh Lord. And yeah, that's how kind of the chapter ends. And so we get to 87 and Rune's in a van.
They're in a van.
They're all in a van.
In a van.
And they're and they find out that like everyone is receiving this video really well.
Mm-hmm.
And by really well, I mean they're losing their fucking shit.
Yeah.
And this video is spreading
industry
everywhere, all over online. And all of like the conspiracy theorists have gotten a hold of it, and like it's been removed from all like official channels. But of course, I mean, once the video's out there, it's out there. So,
and then Deck also got the footage of Bryce running through the street saving people during the spring.
Mm-hmm.
So like that further enhances it because they're like, and then other people obviously who she saved, they're like, nah, she's the real deal, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then that helps it,
and they remember, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So all that's going on. I also love how one of us will always have a Red Bull.
I'm just a sleepy girl who needs her caffeine.
We need to be sponsored by Red Bull.
Come on, Red Bull.
Pretty please.
Pick us, choose us, love us.
Pretty please. We'll love you forever. But yeah. And so, yeah, everyone's going crazy over the video. And then they're kind of like going over, and Lydia's kind of like, wait, am I going on the wrong part?
I don't know where you are.
But
I also don't know what's happening.
Oh, wait, no, I'm not on the wrong part. Okay, and so they're kind of like, everyone's just nervous. Rune is
hella nervy.
Rune and Lydia are nervous. And Bryce says to Lydia, she goes, "You need to leave your baggage behind."
Oh my God.
And Lydia's like, my sons are my baggage. Like, what the fuck? Why would you say that?
She's so bad at like bringing up the mood because she's like, leave that baggage behind. You need to be the hind right now. And Lydia's like, baggage?
My
children?
Yo. So to be fair, that was a perfectly fair reaction. I would have also been like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you?
And Bryce is also in the right, being like, you need to like muscle up and like you need to focus.
Yeah.
But she said it hella wrong.
Yeah, really.
She is not good at wording.
Mm-hmm. And then so now we are back to Ethan. And Ethan is bearing the prime.
I love the prime.
He's bearing the prime in a lovely meadow with Perry. And they're kind of having a little chit chat. And then Ethan has Godslayer. And the God-slaying bullet that Connor and all the other ghosts have made together.
Or Morum.
So he needs to get it to Bryce. Which, all the way, Ethan is the #1 time waster. Because what do you mean?
Why did he keep the bullet?
No, yeah, why is he literally, or the gun? I'm like, why is he wasting time chit-chatting with Perry in the meadow? As much as I love her, Bryce is literally on her way to like confront Regulus, and she doesn't have this damn rifle because Ethan's taking his time.
Ethan's going sightseeing. He is stopping. He is doing the tourist attractions.
And then so Perry, tell me why it's Perry that pulls out her phone. She's like, "Oh my God, Bryce and Hunt killed an archangel, Sandriel and Micah. Oh my God,
crazy!"
And Ethan's like, "Oh, I gotta go.
Oh, I should like leave."
Yeah, he's like, "I gotta go. Bye, Perry." Gives her a hug, and he goes, "Oh my God, strawberries." And then he is on his way. And then we are back to Bryce and all of the others, minus Therion.
And Baxian.
And Hybaxia and Jasiba. And, all right. And they're going over the plan. And apparently Bryce has like 7 plans. And she's like, you can never be too prepared.
Which is real.
Love it. Love to hear it.
When you're taking on 7 of the most powerful deities in the fucking universe, 7 plans might not be enough.
You might need
several others.
Or 16 or 500, you know? As it goes. But, yeah, then she's kind of giving a pep talk. And she's like, hey, we are going to take down the Asteri today. We are going to... Yeah. Woo!
Girl boss.
You better work, girl.
Hell yeah.
And now we're on 88.
Wait, is that when she says the thing that true love?
It might be. I kind of.
She like exits the van and she like looks at Lydia and she goes, "Through love, all is possible."
It's too good.
So crazy.
It's too good. Like
so
I haven't heard that one.
Goosebumps.
And Lydia's like, I'm gonna shoot you if you don't go faster.
Lydia's like, I have places to be, and you are doing catchphrases right now.
Yeah. Hey.
Every time.
Yeah. Anyways, so we're on 88. And so Lydia, Hunt, Rune, and Bryce are all sneaking into the Asteri Palace. And Lydia's like, this is too easy. We are getting in here too easy. There's no way.
This is too simple.
Like, this is a setup. But she also doesn't care because she wants to get to her kids.
Yeah.
And then, so they split off and go 2 different ways. So Rune and Lydia go off different ways, and Hunt and Bryce go towards the throne room.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Hunt and Bryce go to the throne room, and they find all of the wings of the fallen that have been like tacked onto the wall,
fucking like butterfly style. Yeah.
And so they're all just there. And so Bryce is like, heh, 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 heh.
I got just the accessory for this.
She pulls out the mask. Yeah, and and then Hunt puts the Umbra. Which why was that there? He puts the Umbra Mortis suit on.
Because they owned him.
That's fair, but it was like also tacked to the wall, like right under his wings.
They owned him, and it was a trophy.
I just think it's funny.
They're like serial killers.
He's like this whole time. He's like, man, I wish I had my suit. Oh, there it is.
Like, I think it's hilarious though. Like, I love that he's like, finally, the one time Erd listens to me, it's for my fucking suit. Of course, not when I was trapped in the dungeon the first or the second time. For the fucking suit.
Yeah. So, basically, yeah, he puts the suit on, and then Bryce puts the mask on. And the wings start fluttering.
They start flying away.
She describes it like rustling, like it's a bunch of butterflies. Like,
there's just feathers everywhere.
And then Regulus is there, and he's like, what's going on?
What are you doing here?
He also doesn't question the wings. He's just kind of like, ooh, girl, you got the mask?
Ooh, that, I want that.
No.
Give that to me.
No, and like, he doesn't even say that he wants that. He's just like,
you shouldn't have that.
He's like, yeah, you shouldn't have that. He's like, that's going to like stain your soul. Like, it's literally going to, what is it?
It's like blacken your soul, stain your soul, leave a mark on your soul.
Something along the lines, yeah.
Ain't good. Her soul is fucked.
Yeah.
But like, I think it was fucked before, so it's fine.
Yeah, and then, and Bryce is like, whatever, loser.
Loser, lame-o, wannabe.
And then, she's like, you're not ready for this. And then over the hill comes all of hell. And Bryce is like, tee, I got hell.
Look at I cried.
And then Regulus is like, girl, you think I didn't know? Girl. And
girl, I'm the Asteri. I am the Asteri. How did you not know that I would know?
And then we go to 89. And Regulus is like, yeah, the harpy told me. I knew the moment that rift opened. I knew you were getting hell. I knew exactly what you're doing. And then he's also like, and I knew you'd be too stupid to think that I would know. So hell's going to be left open and unguarded. You left an escape route for yourself to hell. So now I've sent 3 legions to hell, and you don't know what's coming. Ha ha ha. And then Hunt's like, we have to tell Ados. No.
Adidas must know.
And so then they're like, uh-oh. And so they grab hands and they teleport out of there to the hill. And then we're back to Lydia. And so
Lydia is tweaking.
They
hard.
cannot find her
children
in the dungeons. I imagine like that thing with like the where is it, motherfucker, where is it? And she's like tearing through the dungeons, and Rune's like, they're not down here. We have to go find them somewhere else. You have to sit and you have to think, where will they be? Where would Pollux have taken them? And then so she gets an idea and they run to the Mystics, and she shoots the receptionist.
Fucking hag is dead as fuck.
Damn. And then they ask a mystic, and a mystic's like, oh, and then tell her, and then Lydia's like, they're in this, they're under the palace, and turns out they're in the core of First Light,
in the room that Bryce was in at the end of
the
Sky and Breath.
Yeah,
they're there.
That Bryce found. And so that's where Pollux is keeping the children for some reason. 100% a trap, but Lydia is running. She's
tweaking.
She is majorly tweaking. And Rune's like, whoa, slow down.
Slow down. He's like, this is a trap, and she's like, I know. And he's like, okay, I'm going with you, but like, let's think of a plan. And she's like, no.
And so Rune's like, what the fuck? And he runs up to catch her. And he's like, okay, if anyone's gonna throw themselves into danger and die, it's gonna be me.
Yeah.
And so he unclicks the safety from his gun, and she's like,
I'll never forgive you. And he's like, I know.
I'll never forgive you.
Shoots her right in the fucking leg.
And then she's like, I'm gonna kill you, and like is reaching for her gun, and like Rune like runs off,
skitters away.
So no, I think that definitely needed to happen though, because she was going to barge right in there. It was
not going to work out well.
She was going to barge in there, and her children were going to immediately die. So that would have been fun. Yeah, and so then we get back to Therion. It's a quick little like passage
interlude.
Yeah, and Therion's like swimming. He's swimming all the way.
Swimming hardcore. He is Michael Phelps in this bitch.
Swimming all the way to the Eternal City. And then he's like looking above the water. And he just sees like explosions and like brimstone missiles.
And his brain's just like, I fucking hate this place. I fucking hate this water.
Why do I have to do so
fucking
much
sucks.
Shit? Like, there's no one.
My girlfriend fucking left me. And I'm in this fucking unknown waterway, and I just want to go home.
It's just having a bad day. Bad year.
Yeah. Bad life.
No.
Bad 10 years.
And then, so then we go back to Bryce, and they were standing on a hill with Naomi, Isaiah, Hunt,
and my man, Isaiah.
And someone else. I don't remember who. Maybe I think that's it. Okay. And then, so they're talking, and they're like, do you think they have any idea what's coming for them? And Hunt's like, no clue, not even Regulus. And so so they're waiting till the Asteri's guard had come out and like fully out with all the mech suits. And then Bryce like tells the Fallen to go like inhabit the mech suits. And so once they do, then half of the Asteri's guard becomes theirs essentially. And then there's so many Fallen left that they start just taking up dead bodies of the Asteri guard or like other.
They want vengeance. I'm so happy Bryce gave it to them.
So happy.
Like, this is a very good plot point, I feel. Sarah ate with this one. She ate multiple meals with this idea.
She set that one up early too, because that was from the first book that we knew that their wings were there.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner was 8, maybe even a sweet treat.
Yeah,
just saying.
Sweet treat. But yeah, and so they all take over the they take over the suits, and then then we find out that Regulus has sent 3 legions to Hell, but it turns out half of Hell is still there.
They wait, and they knew.
So they knew. And they were well prepared. They knew what Regulus was going to do. They weren't accounting. They were accounting for the fact that the mech suits were going to help fill in their army in the Eternal City. So that's going to be fun. And not only that, unless the mech suits get destroyed, the Fallen are kind of invincible.
Yeah, they're chilling.
Yeah.
They're going to get their vengeance. They are here for revenge.
Even if the mech suits get destroyed, I feel like they can still just go and take over another body.
Yeah, they're chilling. They're chilling hardcore.
Yeah, this was an even better outcome for them than they could have imagined. So yeah, and then and then all of a sudden at the very end of the chapter, all of the Asteris show up in their glowing little auras.
They have a little Avenger moment.
They have come to handle the situation themselves because none of their armies are doing it for them. So now we're gonna get some actual action of them fighting.
Yeah, because and then like at the end of it, I think it's Apollyon and Ada like walk up to the Asteri and they like strut over, and it's like the Prince of the Chasm and the Prince of Chaos or whatever the fuck he is, like walks over, and I think Apollyon deserves a meal. I think he deserves several meals and a sweet treat, maybe 7 of them, in the form of the Asteri. And I hope Hunt also gets to partake in the mealage.
Yeah. I'm so excited for the final battle though, because I mean, like literally, we're gonna be finishing the book. I'm so excited.
Predictions. I have several. I want my Erithus back.
Oh,
she's gonna show up.
I keep forgetting about Erithus.
She's gonna show up, and she's gonna be so fun, and she's gonna like destroy things, and I love her. And she's gonna like turn the tide of the battle, and it's gonna be like because the sprites were like the other
be like an army,
and it's gonna be
sprites.
Like sprites, and they're gonna like win. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great. We're gonna love it. But yeah, so Reese is gonna show up. I know he will. My man. I know he's coming back.
My man's already there. Isaiah's already there.
I can't keep doing it. I've said this whole book that the next few chapters was when Reese was showing up. I swear it's gonna be this time. I know it.
I do think probably Ember will convince Nesta to like bring a couple people on over, and I think it'll happen
too. At least Nesta. And so Nesta's like, I'm coming back for my mask, but we'll see. I don't know. But yeah.
Oh, and the dragon.
Oh, Ariadne. Yeah. I think that's going to be like a final like monster kind of thing that like the Asteri is like, haha, you think you've beaten us, but here's the dragon.
Dragon. Yeah.
So Ariadne is going to be coming
back. I don't want her to die.
I don't think she'll die.
She might.
But
like I feel like she just deserves redemption. She's been in a fucking ring for like
forever.
Ever. Yeah. She deserves to like frolic.
And like she clearly has morals because the whole reason she even left in the first place was so she didn't have to kill Ethan.
Yeah. So she deserves it. Who else? Baxton
probably is gonna die. Fury, I have a feeling, is gonna show up.
Oh my god, please. Fury and Baxton's gonna show up and that's when they're gonna die. Okay.
Both of them?
I don't know, one of them.
One or both.
I don't think she'll kill Fury because Fury like will like be in a relationship. But I do think she'll kill Baxton, and I think we'll like get a reveal of what Fury is maybe finally.
Yeah. Finally, maybe, hopefully. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of excited for the final battle because I think I have a vague idea of how it's gonna play out. But still want to see how it goes down.
Yeah.
See what I
didn't
predict or don't remember.
I know a lot of people are really mad at Bryce for whatever reason at the end of this.
I'm not surprised.
But like I really honestly don't know what she could possibly do. Like, like at this point, whatever she does is because she has to.
She'd probably sacrifice like a person or two.
I would assume.
But yeah.
But like for the greater good. And they signed up for it.
That's fair. Did they though? I think she kind of manipulated everyone to just doing what she said.
Their universe is being fed on.
That's fair.
By 3 stars. 3 stars? 7 stars.
7 stars. Who knows?
Like, someone had to do something.
Yeah.
But who knows? As long as Isaiah lives. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. They might kill him. And I would be sad. Because I'd be so sad because he's the only other fallen left other than Hunt. And then be like, oh no. Okay. We will see you in the next one, which is already uploaded.
Thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for being on this journey with us.
We enjoy you so much.
All 13 of you.
We love you.
Oh my gosh. Love you, Pookies.
Don't forget to follow us on our
socials, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, the works.
Bye. Bye.